Looking at the story of Talking Tom and just looking from my perspective, I've been with the company for a very long time. So I've been actually in the trenches with the expansion and also just the whole phenomenon, the whole excitement behind it. And honestly, nobody expected that this is going to happen. So our owners had really big ideas, they had a big vision, and they actually really wanted to make it in the entertainment sector. So in general, they had 6 months to make it. They had the money for 6 months. And it was actually the last game that was Talking Tom that made it. So when they launched the game, it's always the struggle in the production. So you're trying to catch the deadline. You're trying to just push it out to the world. And when you press that button, it's on one hand, it's the relief. And then in the second one, it's the stress that comes with it because you don't know how it's going to perform. And it's your last chance. So, when the numbers started rolling in, everybody started celebrating. It was phenomenal. It was crazy. And honestly, we just wanted to ride the wave. We were happy, that it started, that it happened for us. It was a big thing. We wanted to celebrate it. But at the same time, in your gut, you have this moment when you know that, yes, you made it with one thing, but can you replicate the success? From the very start, we just wanted to make something special. We made Talking Tom. It was something that we succeeded with, and we had Talking Angela. And with Talking Angela, we knew that we have a big audience there, but we wanted to be bold, we wanted to be bright. We wanted to create something that is more in line with the current world. And this is something that we tried to do. We were on a mission. So all the people within the company really contributed to the ideas. That's why we got the dancing feature. And we also wanted to make sure that it's not completely traditional in the sense of, Talking Angela is a girl, she's completely pink, and that's the only way the girl can be. You can be bold, you can be wild, you can be rocky, you can be many things. And that's what actually My Talking Angela 2 is. When it comes to our animated series and why we actually started working on it, the truth was that, yes, within the gaming industry and within the world of the gaming industry, we were fairly known. So we had a huge audience. But if you started talking with people outside, we knew that this bridge between games, so the virtual environment somehow, and the traditional environment wasn't made. And also one thing was that even though you had Tom in your app, you could laugh, but you couldn't connect to it in terms of, Tom is this kind of character. He is the leader, he is passionate, he has big ideas. And this is something that we wanted to translate somehow. And we knew that we cannot do it within the game itself. So that's why we started creating the series. We wanted to breathe life into Tom as a character, and actually in this way also develop the brand. And when it comes to the actual, then distribution, everyone dealing with production of any sorts, either be it games or be it animated series, knows that it's super hard. We tried traditional approaches, just that we would give our IP and somebody else would be producing it. But we knew that, we wanted to have control over all of the creative aspects of how these characters are going to be developed, and also something that we take a lot of pride in, and that is quality. So that's how we actually started, right? And when we actually developed the whole series, it was time to distribute it. We didn't have all the answers, so we were, just trying to make it to the finish line, and then when we had it, was okay, now we need to sell this thing. And of course, the traditional media wasn't as excited about us as maybe someone else would be. So one thing that we were looking for is first how to distribute it digitally. This is something that we know how to do. And also, when we started thinking about the series, we didn't want to go completely wild. We still wanted to stay within the virtual, so the digital environment. That's why Tom has the app studio, in the series and is trying to make it big. It was a story that was close to our hearts because we were living it.